Hello friends and family, thought we'd give you another update today. We start at the front, so we saw what we've done with the driveway. Apart from this, what we should put up today, the little things are starting to happen. My dad made us a moving in present of a new bird table just outside Charlie's window. He loves watching the birds. So one of the main problems we had was the fact that you couldn't really, absolutely massive drive, couldn't really get on it or open the doors. So you can probably see the back here, we've taken quite a bit off this side, so you can actually park the cars a lot easier down there, and we've reinstated, should we say, this part of the driveway, jet washed this, a whole wheelbarrow's worth of moss came off there, and yeah, just open it up so we can put the golf down here again, taking enough off the bushes to get the cars in, and just generally tidying it up a lot. Down in this mud where the car's actually parked now, found a metal drain cover and the strap from an oak barrel buried in the mud. They're actually propped up down here. Excuse the mess down here. We are still sorting through stuff. Go to Alice in Wonderland through this door. There we go. So it's hard to see or hard to show exactly what we did on these trees, but the trees here we pruned a little bit. There was so much ivy. I mean, I call it ivy. It was like a jungle. You can see some of it hanging off. Everything that's green you see up that tree is all ivy leaves. There's some serious roots and stems down there that we need to cut off. Again, this generally tidying up the garden a bit. The lady hadn't cleaned the filter in a long time, so we cleaned the filter the other day on the koi pond, and it proceeded to dump an enormous amount of dirt in there, so we're just cleaning that up. This pond's looking a hell of a lot better. It's funny enough, it's actually the clearest out of the two ponds now. Got some nice natural barley and lavender pouch in there to try and clear it up, but you can actually see down to the gravel. We put a new pump in, just on fountain mode at the moment, with a filter that we found underneath the bridge. I think we covered it in another video, but we found a filter under that bridge and we just reinstated it, which is awesome.
The plan is to tidy this up. We won't leave it with a
Yeah.
massive white waste foam coming out.
Oh, it's the industrial look. Little fairy house for Darcy over there. So anywho, we'll come up. We actually, hello Roxy. Sleeping in the sun. Dog's prerogative. Got one of our old kitchen table outside at the moment, so you can sit and eat out here. Had our first barbecue last night, and smoked our first bit of meat the other day on the smoker out here, which was lovely. Have a nice hard standing up here. Should we show them the junk pile?
Yeah.
So this is what has got to go to the dump. Yeah, we've pushed it down the side of the house so we can't see it. So much recycling, and we're going to try and see what we can do about putting some of the stuff out in the front for with Take Me I'm Free, anything that people might be able to use, but unfortunately a lot of it is just going to end up probably going to the dump. But we cleared out the garage a lot. The Integra's roof box edition, but yeah, it may not look that much tidier because it's still a work in progress, but actually getting it so we could use all of the storage down the sides, starting to create a little workshop area over here. It'll get there. This is more pressing things to do in the house at the moment. Get the quad bike out soon as well. Anywho, yeah, I see you drinking. I need to go and get myself something to drink. So conservatory still looks like an absolute mess at the moment. We've got it to the point though where we can eat in here nicely. We can actually use it as a dining room, but down this end is still very much a workshop. We've changed our plans actually with the utilities. So at the moment we were going to have them on our original CAD. We've drawn them down this side here, but we're thinking about putting it down the back along that wall. So I've got to move all the plumbing that I did initially. I love redoing plumbing, and we just think having them down there and being able to build a screen of some kind across will just give this room it's a long room rather than a wide room. So let's use up that bit down the end rather than bottlenecking this part, and I just think the room will work a lot better like that. Give more room for the play area and the dining room area rather than it just being a long, or even thinner, long tunnel. So that's one of the plans for, well, very shortly, I suppose. Next weekend, maybe. Although we've got doors and skirting in order, the floor is looking much better. Just need plinths in here to finish that off. We've got the skirting and doors in order, like I said. Floor is looking much better now it's all finished. Just needs a few trims in a few places. We have curtains in here. Finally, we're not like a fishbowl. Our neighbours are looking in. Vicky's even sticking up samples, seeing what works with our marble or granite, one of the two, green fireplace. But yeah, we're starting to get there in the respect of thinking about what we're going to do next decoration wise and things like that. But it's definitely a really nice space. It works so much better. Although the size is very similar to our old living room and dining room, because of where the door positions are, it just feels that much bigger. It's much more usable, and we've really enjoyed movie nights and sitting together with the kids. We've got one asleep on the sofa in here, the other one playing Xbox. We've got actually Charlie's TV now up on the wall with a shelf for all his Xbox bits. Put some more shelves on either side for Charlie's models so he can display all of those. And this is still in a state of being tidied up, so we'll get a bit more room. Mason's furniture, some of it's arrived, some of it hasn't, but this is the initial. It'll be this wardrobe with a hanging rail to the right of it. We're going to support this worktop with some units, and then his TV will go up in between the two. And it will look much better again. Samples starting to go on the wall. So, quickly look upstairs. Can't wait to finish these stairs, to be honest, but hey, needs must. Curtain to cover up that ugly
Yeah, don't look
cupboard. Don't look behind it, yeah. Darcy's curtains are up. Light fittings, things like that. All the sockets and everything have been changed up here as well. More curtains. It's really nice. Lovely looking out into the garden from up here, actually. A really nice view. But yeah, we just went for something simple and clean to replace what was there. Nothing too fancy at the moment. Our room again. Curtains, looking good. Vicky's repurposed this bit of furniture from downstairs, so all our knicky-knacky bits and books can be up here. Out of the way. Again, more curtains. And yeah, all the sockets and everything up here have been changed. This Artex is going to have to go at some point, but we've committed to keeping it for the moment. Just because we're planning, actually, we built this new staircase. Long term, next year or so, we're going to move this staircase to allow more room down in this hallway. So there you go. There's a little update of what we've been up to.